Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today for March 27th, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each of them there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. One quick disclaimer. I'm kind of sick today. I apologize. It's not horrible, but I got that chest cold that's been going around. So if I kind of lose my voice in this or I sound a little hoarse, I apologize. Kids got it, dad's got it, part of being a parent, right? You always get sick. But I really appreciate your support, and if you could, help us out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. YouTube takes that information and recommends our videos to other people, helping us grow, helping me support my family. I would really appreciate your support. So, one quick thing before we get into it. We're launching a new series here on YouTube and over at CordCuttersNews.com. Luke Answers Your Questions, where I'm going to take questions from people like you and answer them. Now, I'd love to hear your questions. Do you have a question about cord cutting, streaming, saving money, general questions like that? I want to hear from you. Leave me a comment here or go over to CordCuttersNews.com and hit the Contact Us and send me an email and leave me a question that I can answer. Now, I won't promise I'll respond here or respond in the email, but I'm going to take a bunch of those ideas, make videos, make posts about them. I'd love to have your feedback to decide which ones of those to do. All right, diving into the news, Comcast is dropping local stations, including ABC, NBC, Fox, and more for some customers. So, Comcast has made a big change to the way they offer locals. In the past, they offered a SD TV only package, which will give you just a handful of channels. My parents actually had this. And when I found out they were paying, I want to say it was like $20 a month just to get locals and SD and a handful of other channels, I was like, that's crazy. Let me go get you an antenna. We hooked them up with an antenna. All those channels came in HD plus more that they actually watched. But Comcast is starting to remove these locals in select markets from the SD packages. So if you don't pay for HD, you are no longer going to get locals from Comcast. It's a really kind of an annoying little thing. And why are they doing this? Well, HD packages are more money, plus it has an HD technology fee. That's even more money on that, which I believe in many markets right now is about $9.95 a month. Fees and taxes vary a little bit market to market, but I think that's kind of a national average for Comcast right now. We have a statement from WDTV CBS in West Virginia. It said Comcast officials say those who have a digital high-definition cable box can receive our channel now. Customers with standard definition service will no longer receive our channels, Comcast officials said. Slightly paraphrasing there. You can read the whole statement down at CordCuttersNews.com in the link. I suspect things like this will become more and more common. They're going to continue to move channels you watch into more and more expensive packages for people. Now, for you and I, not a big deal, right? We know about antennas, we know about YouTube TV. There's a lot of people, though, two things, may not live in an area where antennas work very well. I started being a cord cutter in the middle of Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri in a valley with zero over-the-air reception. Even with a big roof-mounted antenna, zero. So I kind of feel bad for people who are going to be affected that way. But overall, you got other options. The problem is, a lot of people on these may be people who are elderly, who may not know of their options. So maybe time to help your family and friends maybe get hooked up with something that is a better fit for them through this. But I suspect that this is going to become more and more common. All right, let's keep moving along. The newly merged Discovery Plus and HBO Max service wants to be, according to a Warner Brothers Discovery employee, replicate the cable TV experience. Now, basically what's happening here is this is what Warner Brothers Discovery wants to do. They want an app in the newly merged Discovery Plus and HBO Max app that has so much content that you don't feel the need to subscribe to 3 or 4 services. In our surveys, we find on average most cord cutters pay for 3 or 4 services on average. And they're saying, hey, cable just gave you so much content, you just had cable and you were happy. I haven't bone to pick with that. If people were so happy, they wouldn't have been paying for cable plus Netflix or cable plus Hulu and Amazon and so forth. And I don't think you're ever going to get enough content there to pull people away from the fact that, hey, The Mandalorian is on Disney Plus and that Picard, Star Trek Picard, is on Paramount Plus, for example. But basically what Warner Bros. Discovery is saying here is they want to offer that huge collection of content with having Scripps content, HBO content, and more all in one spot. They think that they can explain that way to say, hey, we're going to be worth this. We're going to be a one-stop shop, and most of us are going to want to be happy just in the new HBO Max service. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Do you agree with that? Do you think that HBO with Discovery Plus merged in can be enough content for you to be happy with just that? Leave me a comment. Let me know. But increasingly, I think a lot of companies are trying to say, hey, what can we do to be the service people want? And in the case of Warner Bros. Discovery, it's to have such a huge collection of content that you're just going to be happy with it no matter what happens. I don't know. Leave me a comment and let me know. All right. You're on YouTube right now. Next story up. Do you pay for YouTube Premium? I do. I got the family plan so my kids wouldn't see ads on YouTube Kids. I am very happy that they're not watching ads. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. But YouTube Premium has a few bonuses now. For a limited time, you can get free Walmart Plus and free Xbox PC Game Pass for 3 months each. Check this out. If you are a YouTube Premium member, you get the ability to download these videos for offline viewing, audio only experience. If you want to listen to me in the car and not have to watch me and just have the audio only playing, you can do that. I love the downloading when I travel for work and more, to download videos for the airport and plane and more offline. And I love not having commercials. Actually, I got it for the kids and realized, hey, it's really nice not to have commercials on YouTube. But this is a pretty cool feature. Now, I don't believe you can use this. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The way I read the terms of service, new customers only for the Xbox Game Pass and Walmart Plus. But it's a pretty nice option there for that. All right, let's keep moving along. Speaking of deals, Peacock will be $2.99 for Comcast customers after their free experience ends. Now, we learned earlier this year that come June, middle of June, Comcast customers who are getting Peacock for free will lose access to it unless they pay. Now, in Comcast bills, they're starting to inform customers that if you subscribe for $2.99 a month afterwards, you can get that service for, I believe it's 12 months. Yeah, for 12 months after you lose free access, so until June-ish of 2024, you're going to be able to get Peacock for $2.99 a month. Now, to get this, you'll have to have, it sounds like you have to have a Comcast cable remote box or a Xfinity Flex box, which will allow you to stream content, because you need to use the voice remote in there to hit the button and say Peacock to subscribe. I hope there's some additional catch here, because I can see a lot of people trying to use that to launch Peacock and then accidentally subscribing for $2.99, or kids doing it. My kids would totally say Peacock if they were going to get free content without realizing it. So I'm assuming there's going to be some type of check there, some type of like confirmation you're paying. We'll see. But if you are a Comcast customer, you will be able to, if you have Comcast Internet with a Flex box or a TV, continue to get Peacock, but for $2.99. That's a big discount over the regular list price. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Do you think Peacock is worth it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? If so, why? Let me know why. All right. I get a lot of questions about Discovery Plus, HBO Max, the Paramount Plus, Peacock, Disney Plus, etc. We combined a bunch of these services into a single post to break down the pricing, what kind of content's available on there, and more. And we break it all down over at CoreCarsNews.com if you want to get a full breakdown. Now, here's the real tough thing with posts like this. It's really personal preference. We're all different, right? That's one of the great things about humanity, one of the great things about America. I've lived in quite a few parts. I'll tell you this, Texas versus Michigan are very different. But all of us together are great. But we may not all like watching the same shows. So I can't really tell you, hey, this service is better than that service, because it's really like, hey, I like sci-fi and sports and news and that kind of stuff. You may like westerns and dramas and rom-coms or whatever they call them and more. But what I can do is kind of break down like what kind of content each service has, what prices they have, and more about these services to help you become more informed. I hate it when people try to say, oh, this is the best service. Well, maybe for you it is, but not for everybody. So hopefully this post will help you kind of break that down. I'm increasingly thinking if you're not a sports person, subscribing to these services will give you so much content that's typically you watch through a live TV service or a cable TV service that there won't really be a reason to pay for a live TV streaming service or a cable service. unless you really care about sports or news. And even news is increasingly putting a lot of news content for free online, YouTube, Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Zumo, the list goes on and on. So leave me a comment. Are you a non-sports fan who just lives in the on-demand only world? I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's keep moving through a couple interesting stories. Walmart is now offering free returns from home, including on groceries. One of the biggest annoyances I've had with grocery delivery services, I started it a couple years ago when I had both my hips had surgeries to repair the labrums in both hips. And we started grocery delivering. My wife was pregnant at the time. I was laying in a recliner. It was a rough period for us. But Walmart is now offering a fix for the most annoying part, which was they would substitute items, but they would substitute it so close to the delivery time you couldn't reject the substitution. And while 9 times out of 10 I was happy with the substitution, there's always that one time where you're not happy with that substitution. Now Walmart says, hey, if you get something you didn't want, go into the app, schedule return, we'll send a driver to your house, pick up the item from you, and return to the store for a full refund. You don't even have to leave their home. The only catch is you have to schedule a window for them to come. It's not going to be an exact time. It's going to be a couple hour window. 2, you have to be home because you have to show them a barcode on your phone for them to scan it, much like you do when you do grocery pickup at the store. I love this. This really helps Walmart stand out from the competition. You know, if I'm buying on Walmart, they do make it easy to return, but I still have to go to the UPS store, Kohl's, or somewhere else to return it. With groceries, it's even been tougher because, okay, I got a gallon of something, maybe it's a $1.99 product, right? I got a bag of chips I didn't really want, $2, $3, $4 bag of chips. Am I going to take time off for work or my limited free time after work to go to Walmart, stand in a line to return a $4 bag of chips because they substituted some random flavor I didn't even like? Well, if I just have to be at home watching football or basketball and have somebody knock on my door to pick it up to get a full refund, I'm going to be much more likely to do that. And it's going to make me a lot more comfortable in using grocery delivery services. So check that out. It's a Walmart Plus subscription feature there. Link in the show notes down below. Final deal of the day, final story of the day real quick. Amazon is offering 20% off basic products when you spend $50. Amazon Basics is a huge collection. We use Amazon Basic baby wipes for my son, who is going to be 2 later this year. One of the cheapest ways to get baby wipes right now is this deal with an additional 20% off. It's a really good deal. Stock up on paper towels, baby wipes. I've got so much stuff through this. It's a huge collection of Amazon Basic products, including toilet paper and paper towels, where if you pay, if you buy $50 worth of stuff, they'll ship it to you for free and give you an additional 20% off, which when I ran the numbers on most of these products were the cheapest ways for me to get most of these products. Amazon seems to be giving it dirt cheap to try to lock you into their basic product out there and get you maybe do the Amazon subscribe and save. But if you are interested in stocking up, run the numbers yourself. For me, many of these products were the cheapest I could find them through this deal. Link in the show notes down below. Well, I made it through the show. I can feel my voice going though. I appreciate your support. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget, if you have a question for the Ask Luke, leave me a comment, let me know. I'll try to answer them here on YouTube for some videos, and some of them will just be answered over at corecarsnews.com also. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real quick.